Hey everybody, and welcome back to Minecraft, but there's only one modded block. Make sure to help us reach our target goal of 22 million likes on this video to celebrate episode 22. Since we last left off, I AFK'd, let some more resources and B sources generate in between episodes, and I also worked some more on mechanism infrastructure. I didn't want to do the full turbine build off camera. I just wanted to outline it so that we wouldn't fumble around with it too much, and we'll get back to that in just a moment. But I also, it's loud, even louder over here. I tried to upgrade the infrastructure a little bit just so that we'd be generating more of the fissile fuel. So now we have 3 of the isotopic centrifuges fully speed and energy upgraded that are all working at producing the fissile fuel, because we're gonna need much more than we already have. 5 million seems like a lot, but it's not nearly enough. There's still some like limiting factors back here where if we wanna add more centrifuges, I hope you can hear me. Again, I know it's loud and unpleasant, but there's still ways that we can improve this and keep cranking out more, which we may have to do. But I have the cable now wired all the way over to here, kind of in preparation to attach whenever we're ready. I set up some pumps. They're not powered or inserting water into the boiler or anything yet, but we'll get to that. Again, we're just assembling the pieces here, not turning it on quite yet, but just getting it all ready slowly but surely. I forget though, if I need to insert water into the reactor as well as the boiler directly, because when you don't have the boiler, you just have the water and steam exchanging back and forth between the reactor and the turbine. But for some reason, I just can't quite remember back to MC Eternal, which was a stream in Captain Sparkle's 2 series where I set this up with Zine. I just can't quite remember exactly how the water insertion went, but anyway, open to comments. Otherwise, I'll just probably go rewatch some MC Eternal, but we'll get back to the boiler in just a moment. Guess what, everybody? I don't need to squash a bee. Turns out we are doing all right on the prosperity gene. Okay, so great news, right? Great news. This is the 4% right here. So we can just like craft all this together. And now we have ourselves 36%, 32%, and now we can get a 68%, which we can craft with the 3% and get ourselves up to 92% and 100%. If this doesn't work, something is wrong, okay? So let's make the honey treat, right? We need to get an egg, and then we also need to combine the honey treat with the 100% prosperity gene. And now pray that this works the way I envision it to. And then we should be able to get the prosperity bee spawn egg and work it on up to a supremium. 3rd time's a charm. Right, you're gonna work now, right? We're gonna get a spawn egg at long last. Don't let me down. Don't you dare. I know you're thinking about it. Come on. Why does it stay on the last pixel for so long? There we go. Whew. Okay. God, didn't have to squash a bee. We're pacifists. Let's go! This is very exciting. And now all we have to do is upgrade it all the way up to Supremium. And now I could honestly, once we get the Supremium cranking out from a Supremium B, like we don't even really need to worry about having the farmland over there dedicated to more of the Inferium essence generating, because we just aren't gonna need it. We can uncraft from the Supremium. So let me re-look up the recipes of what we're gonna need here, and then we'll just craft this thing up. So basically, it's just the same recipe, rinse and repeat all the way up, starting from the Inferium and going up to the Supremium. Not too hard. Not too, I mean, it's a good bit of Supremium resources in there, but I think the return that we're gonna get back is gonna make it well worth it. And Prudentium, and Tertium, and Imperium, and finally, Supremium. Let's go! And then I need to make one more Supremium block, I guess, so that we can actually have the bee making stuff. So, wait, dude, if I actually was able to put this bee into the hive that also has the DNA extractors, I could, in theory, like, make even more Supremium bees. I could have, over time, limitless Supremium bees. This is kind of crazy. Okay, here we go. Let's get it down. I wanted to do this first so we can start getting the Supremium cranking out here. Supremium block down, and let's go, buddy. Yeah, you're gonna pollinate, let's go. He's going straight for the Supremium block. Don't nudge him away. This is a VIB here. Show some respect. I mean, you're all very valuable, but this man's gonna be generating some serious resources. What this does mean, though, is I do have to, I'm gonna have to set up another centrifuge and automate that because I don't think, can this process, I'll have to wire up a different way out of this because I suppose this thing could process still the supremium comb that's going to be coming out, but at the same time, it's not going to be able to insert into anything. So I might want to just do like logistical transport pipes out of there, and that way I don't have to keep adding new centrifuges. Okay, so if we pull out of here, then whenever it's generating something that can go into the drawer, it should insert into the drawer. And then I don't know if it's worth adding another drawer. If I should just, I don't know, maybe I should just import back into the system. I could also do, you know what I could also do is just add, I have the drawer controller here. I could always just have this thing going straight into the system. And then since this is on higher priority anyway, right? Yeah, this is already on higher priority. So anything that matches is going to go into this drawer anyway. So I don't actually need to do this. I can just import it back into the system. I don't know why I didn't think about doing that. That way we're not really like limited by, you know, what is being or what we can put into that thing. We're not limited to just like, you know, 4 things. Then we have to add more drawers. We're only limited by like how many resources it can process. So we might get a backlog, but otherwise I think it's gonna be fine. So yeah, that'll just import out of there. And let's see, let's make sure nothing stacks up. And yep, okay, goes back into the system and then it's gonna end up in here anyway. So perfect. Now we just have to wait for some of this premium comb. Let's see if any has generated so far. Yeah, we got some. Perfect, dude. He's already cranking. Quest completed, Supremium comb. Yep, we're definitely gonna do all of the honeycomb quest. Like, we're definitely gonna every type of honeycomb. 100% it's gonna happen. The craziest part about this is that every single Supremium comb goes to 1 to 2 Supremium essence directly with an 80% chance, I guess, which is a crazy yield. Like, we just got 3 in no time there at all, which makes me confident enough that I think now we can make the remainder of the Supremium growth accelerators, because I also had a bunch more of the Inferium generating when I AFK'd. So we need a remaining 396, I believe it was, so that we can complete everything. And yep, that'll be about half of the Supremium we currently have. But dude, I can't even imagine if we did like an overnight AFK, which I'll probably do after I'm done recording this episode, we're gonna get a lot of Supremium. I think we're gonna be good for a little bit. All right, we need 456. We mathed it properly. All right, here we go. Oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, dude. Down to the bottom and we'll have our full, I don't know why this like reminds me of like a popsicle a little bit. You know, like one of those multi-layered colorful popsicles. Anyway, all the way down. Yee. And it should complete it perfectly down to the bottom, and then we will be at maximum speed for all of our farmland. That's it. I always love it when we get exact change. Look at that, dude. Okay, and now what's really cool about this is I want to get into Ars Nouveau today. And one of the ways that you generate the source, which is what powers Ars Nouveau, is growing crops. I don't know for sure if mystical agriculture crops work. There's a chance that it won't, in which case I'll probably just like reallocate maybe the Inferium to doing something else. But it's like, this leads really nicely into what I want to do in a little bit. Okay, but obviously I showed the turbine over on the right under construction. I do want to get that completed, at least structurally. Again, probably not turning it on quite yet, because so one of the reasons why I didn't upgrade the infrastructure over here even further is we were actually hitting the power cap. I've added a lot more turbines here in between episodes. Full new row, extending almost to the end. I extended the platform even further. This is still starting to hit the power cap. So what we need to do basically is we need to get the reactor started, and you can set the burn rate on the reactor so that it's not just like cranking through everything at max speed out the gate. Like, you can go into the settings over here and you can set the burn rate. It starts pretty small so that you don't have to worry too much. And then we can feed some of that power back over into this system in order to generate more of the fissile fuel. Because as it stands right now, even though we got a ton of turbines up there, we are hitting a limit, and I'm scared once we get those pumps going, especially especially if we want to speed and energy upgrade them, we're going to have a power problem unless we're looping the reactor back in to sustain itself, basically. There are a bunch of like bullet pointed rules on the wiki of what blocks go where and how you make the turbine most efficient. I don't have a photographic memory. Back to MC Eternal, obviously. So basically what we have here is this is the rotor, and the rotor connects from the center of the bottom of the turbine up to the rotational complex. And then on the same level as the rotational complex, we need a whole bunch of pressure dispersers, the same ones that we have inside the boiler. Oh, I also added another layer of the superheating element because apparently you can do more than one layer. And there is, I think even more would make it completely optimized. But like as it stands, if we go into the settings there, it's like a lot of capacity at the moment for it to be able to produce steam, like significantly more than I think we could ever need. So I don't know if I got the exact amount of blocks necessary. I'll probably be short on, a few of them, but this layer is supposed to be pressure dispersers. Here, did I do it? Did I get, oh yeah, there we go. Got a proper amount. Just make sure there's full coverage. And then basically above the pressure disperser level, and if you have issues here with this, take it up with the wiki, okay? Unless I just misread something, but it's supposed to be saturating condensers on top of this. And you don't need to completely fill this in up to the top. You basically just fill what you feel like filling. And after a certain point, it's basically you don't need any more because you're not producing enough steam for it to be like necessary to have that many. Because these saturating condensers, I guess they like take the steam and they turn it back into water, right? So if you don't have enough steam, then there's no need to have that. Okay, this is too much. We got to reduce the range here a little bit, even more. Oh yeah, and then I should say the max size for a turbine is 17 by 17 by 18. So you'll notice it's like slightly smaller. It's slightly smaller length and width than the others because it's 17 by 17 is your max, and then the height can be 18 though. Okay, I'm just going back to build to me. I made this more difficult on myself than I had to by putting it into surface mode. Just a little unnecessary. God dang it, now I've overshot. What am I doing? Okay, so now I can just place the remainder of these down. And like I said, you can have open space in here. Maybe we'll need to add more in the future. I'm not sure, but basically the rest of this thing is just structural glass. And then we've also got a bunch of vents on like the top and the sides. I managed to suffocate the chicken with glass. Well, I mean, I guess it was gonna happen anyway, whether by steam or by glass. But Sylph, I'm gonna need you to stay out, pretty please. Do not go inside. Nothing good can come of this. Also, I'm really surprised the Enderman has managed to just stay here and not despawn. I guess because he's holding a block, right? And maybe you just can't put it down. Anyway, the Enderman is going to be along for the ride when this thing kicks on. Oh, how fun. So yeah, this is structural glass, kind of the same as all the other things. I'm sure you're kind of used to how it looks by now. But then the difference here is that we do turbine vents all the way around. So I probably don't actually have enough turbine vents, but that'll be fine. We can always queue up more. They're all on AutoCraft. And then my favorite part when we're done is putting the rotors down. All right, that side's completed. And I actually think we might have enough left over to seal the top. And this should create a functional setup once we get the rotors in there. I think, pretty please. Hopefully I didn't screw something up. Or I guess I should say, not rotors. These are the rotors. The blade, you just click at the bottom and then all the way up. It's so satisfying. It's so sad. They look so small though, given the entire enclosure. You're like, don't you want this to go all the way out to the sides? But I think the maximum that you can have inside is 10, because it says in your biggest reactor, you can just have 10 rotors, which means 20 blades. And like, that's that. So yeah, we're viable. Let's go. Okay. So we now have all 3 of the components here, from the reactor to the boiler to the turbine. The last thing is it's just basically injecting enough water into the system and the fissile fuel. But again, I can't quite remember if we need to put water into both here and here, because you inject water into here when you're doing it directly into the turbine without a boiler, but I can't remember if the boiler can sustain this. Like if you just have the fluid going back and forth between the two and you only insert into the boiler. Anyway, gonna have to jog my memory, but it's another step in the right direction. And we can also just let more fissile fuel generate, over time while we're AFKing, which will help before we actually turn that thing on. So it has a lot of a buffer to be able to go through. I know I've said a million times in this series that the reason why I've shied away from Astral Sorcery is because I did so much of it in Ragnamod, and I just wanted to give myself a little break. But I think I gotta rip off the Band-Aid and dive back into it again, because we do need to upgrade the crafting table a couple times in order to complete the remaining challenge. So we need to make a multi-block structure, and it's not too hard. It's just I've done it before, but I'm gonna do it again. All we need is like a good bit of marble, and we've got it. We've got sooty marble here. We've got all the different types basically that we need, I think, in order to do this thing. It's just a matter of actually going and placing the thing down. But I'm gonna make it happen, guys. I'm gonna do it. I'd gone so far through the series and yet somehow had never made a stone cutter. I would be used to making the chisel, but I don't think the chisel that I've used in other series is actually here, just from like the chisel mod. It's all chisels and bits and block carpentry. So I just have to use a stone cutter in order to change the marble to the different kinds that we need. But the nice thing about Astral Sorcery is it tells you exactly how much of each thing you need. And I think you can also like project it. If you click on the table, does it work that way? Like you can project the next level. I don't know. There's a way to do it. I'm just not remembering. Can't remember if I need the wand in order to make it project the multi-block that you have to make, but it doesn't matter too much. Okay, I think that's the first layer down, and then all that's left is we just need some of the pillars and then cap them with the chiseled marble, right? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, and then these guys go on top, and that should be right. Okay, so now I can move this over to the center. I hope I can break this without it, well, breaking. I'm a little bit scared. Here goes nothing. Okay, thank goodness. How high do we have this? It was like 2 blocks above it or something. I'm gonna have to link again, but I actually don't know if we still need this now that we've got the multi-block set up. I guess we'll find out. And now I'm gonna want the wand and the linking tool once again. And then, hey, hopefully I had pretty perfect timing, so it's about to turn to nighttime. Oh, unlinked all links. And then, there we go, link to crafting table. And I think if we just like click on this thing, empty with the wand, that it will upgrade. Right, no, it needs stuff in it, but we've got it all, even though I haven't made one of the starlight wells and thrown any of the rock crystals to get the liquid starlight. Fortunately, I think we got the bucket as a reward for a challenge. So who said that doing the Astral Sorcery challenges wouldn't be helpful for doing more Astral Sorcery challenges, I guess. All right, we gotta wait for it to go up a little bit more, but surely we will have enough starlight to make this happen, pretty please. I mean, it's not midnight yet, so come on. It happened. We got enough starlight. All right. The table itself, the reason why I wanted to give some more space is because like you upgrade the table in its place. It doesn't just drop the next thing. You learned more about attunement. Cool. So, oh, that bar is very filled. Wait, I might have just picked a good spot coincidentally, or this thing might just be, adding a lot more extra starlight. But either way, like when you got a freaking full bar in there, that's huge. So the fact that I didn't actually need to make this multi-block in order to get to this thing makes me wonder if I could actually upgrade this to the next level. So once I have the resources, of course, without having to change the multi-block. That I don't remember, but I do need to get the stardust and the star metal, which I'm not sure if I have I actually do. Yeah, I've got some star metal ore, and I could make star metal seeds. So we could try that. Just kidding, actually. We would need to upgrade the multi-block to get to the celestial altar. So you know what? I'm gonna let us appreciate what we've done here in this episode before we tear it all down to upgrade to the next level. See, look, isn't it beautiful? We wouldn't want to just immediately destroy it for something bigger and better. We would never do something something like that. Although the nice part is, once we do get to the next one, I think that is all we need in order to complete Astral Sorcery. Because even though this is like Mineralis Ritual, I think all you need to do is actually make the ritual anchor. You don't actually have to go through. It's just like honor system. Do you promise to do the Mineralis Ritual if you get the ritual anchor? I'm like, yep, sure, definitely, fingers not crossed. Something else I want to do is I've heard rumors. Nothing substantiated, of course, just rumors in the distant background that somewhere along the way in the end tier of the 1 block, that was a noise, you may actually get some end portal frames, not all of them, but some, maybe. Again, nothing substantiated here. I know nothing, but we might as well continue down the end stage and see if that actually is true or not. What the frick? What? Something just pushed me back. What the heck? What was that? Is there something in it? The Enderman? Did you push me? Do you have some kind of attack that can push me out of the way? That's kind of bizarre. What the heck? Okay. Maybe I need to just like mine straight up. Because if I get pushed back, I don't want to break the chest. That would be good. Is everything good still here? Just making sure nothing malfunctioned. I think, yeah, we were just importing off this one, so it should be fine. Okay, everything's good. I don't know what happened there. I see. Also, what? What are you? Frick off. Oh, what the heck is this? Is this the thing that pushed me? What, a poise cluster? Okay, well, it's a good thing that we got that out of the way because, yeah, that was obstructing the blocks. What are you, a puff bug? Oh God, my inventory is full of blocks. Wait, I want to lasso you just in case you're cool or something. I don't know. Are you cool? You seem nice. You're not attacking me. Like, that's good. You look a little bit like a virus. Like, from Better End, they have those, like, actual virus things that fly around in the end. They're really weird looking, but that's weird. So this is actually a mob. The farty blocks that we're mining. Huh, what the heck? I think I mined a chest somewhere in there. Because was that like an end chest? Oh yeah, hey, there's 6 end portal frames that are chilling in our system right now. Now I assume it only gives us one of those, right? Like if I continue to mine, I'm not gonna get another 6 end portal frames and then it's going to nullify all of the work that I've put in over there, which isn't even nearly done because even like once this is done, I have to start generating the power in order to create the nuclear waste process into the plutonium and the polonium, which goes into the SPSS, which is used in order to do the freaking thing in order to make the antimatter, which then goes into making the dragon egg and all that stuff, or combining with the dragon egg in order to, anyway, every time, man. So yeah, I'm hoping that, I like how I'm hoping that I don't actually get more blocks that are useful to me, but I'm assuming that that's kind of the only one that they're like, here, have half of them, then go figure out the rest. Which I'm like scared. I don't want to update the mod pack because in the mod pack update, I think I haven't checked concretely what they changed, but everyone's like, oh, you have to do the Astral Sorcery thing now. And I'm like, but I already set up this stuff. Me, permanently update adverse. I don't like to update anything. It's not just Minecraft mod packs. I'm always terrified of updates. What the frick? Is it the puff dude? Who is, oh, it's you. Oh, so puff bug, I get it. So it puts out like a puff and it pushes me back when that happens. I understand now. All right, well, anyway, I feel like we've done a good amount of mining. We got the end portal frames that were rumored to happen. Rumor confirmed, I suppose. And now let's move into a little bit of Ars Nouveau, because I kind of haven't progressed too much further, and I think that we have the ability now. Actually, I should get rid of you guys. You're going to start taking blocks that are important. I'm really sorry about that, but where'd the other one go? No one may ever... What the frick is this? Over here. What in the world are this? This looks like it's from the end. A Booflo, the energetic expansion. I must lasso you. I must create like a terrarium for this man's. What in the world? Hold on, do I have a new lasso? I need a new lasso for you. Please do not despawn because I really need you to be in my life. I have to create a terrarium for you at some point. Yes! Okay, thank goodness I'm able to put him in a lasso. What what the heck is that? The Booflo. Oh, I'm so stoked to have my very own Booflo. I've always wanted one. My mom wouldn't let me have one when I was young, and I was so upset. I cried for so many weeks, never ending, just because I wanted a pet Booflo, and now I have one of my very own. So I need an agronomic source link, and this is what we're going to use in order to start generating source for Ars Nouveau. Hopefully. I don't know if it works with modded plants is the only thing, but let's try making a source jar, and creative source jar would be even better for that matter. I think that Ars Nouveau is like totally automated. Like I don't need a wand to link things. I can just basically have it'll just work, right? And it'll just feed into the source jar automatically. Yeah, oh my god. Oh my god. This is OP as heck, dude. So pretty much every time a plant grows, like an instance, it feeds source into the source link and then into the jar. Normally plants do not grow this fast. So we've kind of given ourselves a little bit of a head start here to where we're gonna need more source. This is just one source link too. I bet if I had more, it would even feed more. So hey, we're gonna be doing pretty well on Ars Nouveau source. They're like, we didn't think that you were gonna be able to have this much. All we need to do now that we have source and a way of storing it is we need to make this enchantment apparatus, which is going to help us with pretty much all the things that we need to do. Is it or apparat? Nope, apparat. There it is. That the enchanting apparatus is what we need, and probably just one of them, right? And that's because for all of these things, basically like for the Mage Bloom fiber grown from seeds crafted using the enchanting apparatus, and then down here with all the charms, enchanting apparatus, everything is the enchanting apparatus. So I need to get the Mage Bloom seed. I think first and foremost was just 4 source gems and a seed of any kind. Now I don't know, again, like it just seems so straightforward with Ars Nouveau that like you don't actually need to wand anything together. Okay, an arcane core must be placed beneath this block. It's just like, it's nice because it just works really well. And that's what I found when I tinkered with it a little bit in Ragnamod, is it was like, oh, it just works. That's so nice of it to do that. Okay, so this is an arcane core, and let's see. So it says this has to be placed underneath the enchantment apparatus, and then hopefully that will make it work. Because I think it just goes like, okay, there's source in the nearby vicinity. Well, great, no recipe found. Okay, so it says I need to put arcane pedestals nearby and put the items on those, and then it should work. Okay, cool. So we're gonna need 8 of them, I guess, because we need, is that it? How do I make more of these? Not too difficultly, because some of the charms that we're gonna have to make, it seemed like they had 8 ingredients, and so we might as well get them all placed down, even if this one only requires 5. This is the biggest item I've ever seen when dropped on the ground. Oh my god. It's bigger than when it's placed down. Okay, so will this work? Hopefully it doesn't need to be like shaped or something like that. And now, what do you mean no recipe found? What are you talking about? It would probably help if I had read more thoroughly. It says the middle item is what I click on the, yeah, okay. Oh, that's so cool looking. Oh my god. Dude, the Ars Nouveau animations are dope. And then, hey, we got it. So I'm kind of thinking now, again, that we have the Supremium Bee. We could probably replace one of those there. And I wonder, yeah, oh yeah, it definitely works. Oh yeah, that works. That works nice and good. Oh wait, does the 86%, come on, all the way, what are you waiting for? Mature, and? Wait, this is sick. Now we just get these auto harvesting into the system. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So now let's see if we have the Mage Bloom. And there we go. We have a Mage Bloom. Incredible. And then this, I think, was it into the crafting table, and we get 4 of the Mage Bloom fibers, which we could use in order to make the first tier boots. Nice. Turns out things go really smoothly when you do read the documentation. Oh, by the way, dude, so how much Supremium do we have right now? Because last I checked, we had like 840 something. Now we have 880 something. So yeah, overnight, that'll generate a a pretty good bit. While we're waiting for the mage bloom to grow to be able to do this stuff, what we could do is this kind of tedious challenge where it's just like, hey, take the arcane stone and put it into the stone cutter and turn it into all the different varieties of arcane stone. And I'm like, okay, if you insist, I suppose that I could do that. So what is it? We need basically like 8 more stacks of this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I guess, you know, basically just turn it into all the different ones. I know there's going to be something in here that I don't actually need to do, and I'm going to end up wasting it because I don't know that we can bring it. Can we bring it back? No. Okay. Hold on. I want to. Okay. So God, I love herringbone. Are you guys fans of herringbone pattern? It's really nice, dude. Like whenever I see flooring that's herringbone, I'm like, oh, that's a fancy place. That's really nice. I want to have herringbone in my house someday. Wait, which was the next one? Arcane bricks, and then mosaic, and then smooth, and smooth slab. There we go. And then we get 2 more stacks of every kind as a reward for that one. I'm like, ooh, how kind of you guys to give me all of these different kinds of stuff. We could use them to definitely decorate this area over here for sure. So how many mage blooms have we got now? 11. Yeah, it turns out this goes pretty quickly actually. So then we got the hood, and then we got this, and then we make the leggings, and bada bing, bada boom. Novice equipment, done. Get some mana regen books, and then I think we can actually even do the second level. The only one of the challenges in here that's gonna take some more preparation that we might save in the next episode is there's a boss that we have to summon, which it was a mystery until I may have encountered it in Stoneblock. But it's okay, we don't need to spoil anything if you haven't seen it. It'll be pretty cool. It's a fun little boss fight. So, but anyway, so now we can make, I think, like the next tier up, which is, so you have to make the spell book next, which shouldn't be too hard to do. Let's see, spell book and spell book. It's always fun when it does not grab a particular item due to, I don't know, NBT conflicts or something like that. And then in order to make these things, you need the blaze fiber, which is just the mage bloom combined with blaze powder. So again, I think pretty easy to do that. So we just need 24 to make the full set, and that'll be level 2. There we go. And pants, and boots, and chest plate, and I keep not being able to click in the right place. All right. Bro, we're cranking through these things. Okay, so now all that we have left is these charms here. Okay, so we need to just grab the shards that we got from making the guys go poof, the sylphs and the carbuncles and the drigmies. We salute our fallen friends, but they, you know what, their spirits are in here and they're really contributing to help us succeed here with things that we're definitely going to be using lots and lots of in the future. It turns out the only thing that I'm missing is some kind of fish for the drigme, so I gotta go fishing. I thought I went fishing at some point. What happened to my fishing rod? I don't know. It was a long time ago, man. I'm blanking, but it's weird because it's just like, you know, some apples and carrots and stuff, and then it's like fish. We need to throw some fish into this crafting recipe, okay? It's very important. Okay, give me a fish. Better yet, wish you could let me use one of the crabs that have just been freeloading down there. Freaking things attacking everything we care about. There we go. I don't know if it cares whether or not it's modded. It didn't look like it, but I got a cod as well just there, in addition to a smallmouth bass. Okay, we have I got a lot of recipes to do over here. I also need to make, it looks like you don't get any seeds back from the Mage Bloom seeds, so I need to make one more, which was just, what was it? It was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that. There we go. So you get one more Mage Bloom seed, and then that goes into one of the charms. Was it the Sylph charm? Yeah, the Sylph charm requires another Mage Bloom seed. I think that we've got all the stuff here, though. Okay, so this is going to be the carbuncle. So that's this one, and work. Let's go. I'm so stoked when this works, man. I don't know, Ars Nouveau it's beautifully simple, but has like really cool animations and stuff like that. I think it is really cool. I don't know, I should have spent more time in it on Ragnamod, but anyway, it just doesn't, I don't think it gets you as like super overpowered, but I also haven't gotten into the tier 3 spells and stuff that you're able to do with it, so maybe there is some crazy stuff you can do like late game with it. But anyway, let's now do the Drigme charm, and last but not least, our fish. Delicious. There we go. All right. Drigme charm. Beautiful. 2 out of 3. And then finally, I don't know, dude, if we got, so I have all the saplings in the system, and I don't remember, like, I don't think we did any Botania stuff in order to get like the spruce and the birch. It might have actually been the overworld generator here that did that, which is kind of clutch, because otherwise I probably could have used mana conversion on an oak sapling, but still, it was nice that we had the saplings all ready to go, and I wasn't sure where they came from, but that's my assumption, is they came from the Ex Nihilo generator. So I think all the remaining stuff that we have in here goes to this thing. What else is it for the Sylph charm? We need another seed, and then that seed, and I think we're good to go. Perfect. Oh, so good. I was honestly like, for a while, I was putting it off because I was like, this is going to be ultra complicated. And then I was like, no, you know what? I remember Ars Nouveau being really user friendly in Ragnamod. And then I looked up a little quick tutorial and I was like, yeah, no, it should be pretty straightforward. So there we go. Like, that's basically everything except what we have gated off here, because we need the Wilden tribute is what you get as a result of the fights with the Wilden Chimera that we need to get up to. But we have everything else other than that. And then to get these, it's end fiber, which requires popped chorus fruit, which, have we even gotten any chorus fruit at all? No, we haven't gotten chorus fruit. Makes me wonder, like, do I actually, yeah, are there chorus seeds at all? No. So, oh, you can do it with end essence and nature essence. Okay. No, but we need the chorus fruit to get that. So yeah, I wonder if we actually have to get to the end, or if at some point this will spawn us like a chorus flower or something like that we can put on endstone. I don't know. But anyway, I feel like we've been pretty productive with our challenges here. So I think that's where we're going to leave it off today. Again, happy to hear your feedback on the reactor turbine boiler setup. Any checks that I should be thinking about before I kick it on, making sure that I've put enough water into the right places. But yeah, thanks again for watching. Make sure to help us reach our target like goal of 22 million likes on this video. Listen to the beautiful sounds of fissile fuel generating, now over 6 million millibuckets, and check the playlist if you missed any episodes. That's it. I'll see you next time.